You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I have got your 2-week spoilers for April 28th through May 9th. We've got Kayla crushed, Sarah scared, and a critical heist being plotted. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. On Monday, April 28th, Tate is going to ask Sophia to the prom now that he and Holly are split up, but that is going to affect his ex as well. I do wonder if Days is going to splash out the money on an actual prom, or if we're just going to see the kids in the town square in their prom outfits talking about prom. That's more of a Days budget thing, so we'll see. Marlena offers Johnny some advice about his issues with EJ and his concerns about whether or not he can be a good parent because he is still so tortured over that origin story. Shawn gets awful news. His dad, Bo Brady, is dying. Remember, Hope was so optimistic when Bo's hand twitched, but maybe it was just a symptom of something worse. And of course, Shawn's the one who shot Bo, so he is distraught. Jada comforts Shawn, and he was just comforting her about the Rafe thing, so things are going to shift between those two soon. Meanwhile, Kayla breaks the news to Marlena and Steve that her brother Bo is dying, and of course she is also distraught and looking for solutions to what's happening with him. Tuesday, April 29th, Xander has a heartfelt talk with Sarah about his hurt feelings at the betrayal that Phillip engaged in. And of course, Sarah is now living in a constant state of fear, scared at whatever point that Xander's going to find out. Now, she's been lucky because Phillip and Alex and Stephanie have all covered for her, but we know Xander's a big eavesdropper, and Maggie knows now too. So things are getting messy. The clock is running out on Sarah. Maggie, meanwhile, tears into Phillip for his scheme and for misrepresenting her beloved Victor. Also, wait to see Doug 3 land in more trouble. Maybe he's arrested for that necklace, or maybe Maggie catches him sleeping in Holly's room. Meanwhile, Maggie's granddaughter Holly sees Tate and Sophia looking really tight. They have been bonding over the baby and a lot of things, and now they're going to prom together. More as friends, but still, I wonder if Holly is going to clap back by asking Doug 3 to the prom, knowing that that will absolutely aggravate Tate. Wednesday, April 30th, Kat takes Chad by surprise. Could be about the fundraiser or something more personal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I like the actors. I like Annalyn McCord. I've liked her in a lot of things. Kat's energy to me is so frenetic. It's like she's always had 5 espressos. She's so jittery and has this weird energy that I'm just not loving it. Paulina gives Chanel hope and encouragement. And this week in the promo, although we don't know what date specifically it's happening, Johnny tells Chanel he is not sure about going through with the adoption. He's the only one that hasn't signed the papers. And when Johnny tells her this, of course, Chanel is devastated. We're going to see Sophia and Tate at the door, maybe to talk about the adoption, pick up the signed papers, whatever. And they find Chanel in tears. Meanwhile, EJ is trying to reach Johnny. Looks like he's going to ignore his dad, but then go confront him. Meanwhile, Leo accuses Gabby. Maybe it's about EJ, or maybe she just drank his last iced coffee. Also, Kayla meets with Dr. Jeffrey Russell, played by Michael Dietz in his limited run debut. He has developed a miracle drug for patients like Bo. So Kayla is pleading with Dr. Russell to please hand over the drug to save her brother Bo, but Dr. Russell can't do it. Looks like it's still in the works, and of course that's a big no-no unless you're allowed to move on to human trials, and even then you just can't use anyone that you want. So Kayla is absolutely crushed because this was what she felt like Bo's only chance to survive. Speaking of that, On Thursday, May 1st, Shawn meets with Steve and asks him to help him steal the drug from Dr. Russell to save his dad, Bo's life. And you know Patch is going to be down for it. Plus, Xander and Alex are talking business on Thursday. Looks like their hands are more full with Phillip pushed aside. Also, is Xander going to have to go back to court to get Phillip to legally turn over his half of Titan? Or will Xander's brother bow out nicely and sign it over? Because Phillip was a little worried last week when the cops walked up and Xander was going to tattle, but then I don't know, maybe that brotherly bond aided him and he just couldn't reveal what Phillip had done and get him arrested. So we'll see if Phillip returns the favor. And speaking of Alex, he finds out Stephanie's keeping a dramatic secret. He finds a manuscript she wrote. Wonder if it's a romance novel. And I wonder who's her inspiration for the male lead character. Kayla talks to Stephanie about something secret, and it may be about her daughter's book. And Javi listens to a suggestion from Leo, and Gabby and Phillip are arguing. But if it's about Gabby Chic, Phillip can't help her. Friday, May 2nd, we're going to wrap up the first week with EJ coming home from the hospital this week. We're not sure the specific date, but Mama Susan brings him home to the mansion. Johnny tells EJ he is dead to him. Susan has a psychic flash about Johnny and tells EJ that his son is hiding something. We're going to get a flashback of Johnny holding a gun on EJ. Meanwhile, Tate tears into Johnny, who is staying at the Salem Inn, which does not bode well for his marriage. And Tate goes ahead and punches him in the face because Johnny has caused him all sorts of problems by nixing the adoption. EJ tasks his assistant / henchwoman Rita to do something for him. And Sarah offers Xander some advice. And Belle gets advice from her mama, Marlena, and it may be that she wants her to dump EJ. Meanwhile, Amy Choi completely irritates her daughter, Sophia. The week of May 5th through the 9th, the adoption remains at risk, making a long-term relationship between Tate and Sophia a possibility. Prom night could be tense, with Tate taking pregnant ex Sophia and Holly likely taking Doug 3. EJ is trying to figure out what exactly he has forgotten, and the subject of Rachel Blake is important to know. She may be who Rita is looking for. Shawn and JJ are hoping to get help from EJ on who shot him, but he's still foggy and may not tell them the truth anyway. JJ's hoping to get Gabby to warm back up to him, and making an arrest in EJ's case may help that. Meanwhile, Shawn and Jada get even closer, as will Chad and Kat. Belle may reconsider letting EJ prove that he's changed since Marlena is so critical of their relationship, but I am hoping he can work those magic dimples and get Belle to give him a shot. Shawn and Steve are working on their steal that drug plan. That should be kicking into high gear because obviously Shawn will risk anything to save Bo. Since Bo and Hope are coming in May for a rollicking adventure, should be towards the end of May. It is safe to say that Bo will survive, so save your Kleenex. Sarah's running out of time before Xander finds out her huge secret. Phillip wants to stay in Xander's life as his brother, even if it's not as his co-CEO. And can Johnny be convinced that his dad EJ's worst traits should not stop him from being a parent himself?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.